Hi there, the Sultan of Silver here with you with a little tutorial on remote microphones. I've done most of my work, actually all of my work, the Sultan of Silver, Gray Bailey stuff, with a Galaxy Note 5. It's the phone that I'm recording on right now. And right now I'm using the microphone that is part of the phone. It's coming across pretty good. I'm in a spare bedroom right now. There is a futon in here and a chair and some other items, and this bedroom is used for storage. Now there's not a lot of soft things in here. There's no drapes on the wall, so there's really no sound deadening quality. And one of the ways that you can deaden the echo and get more voice and less ambient sound is to use a mic of some type. Some people will use a microphone that they speak into, like radio people do. You'll see a lot of guys on podcasts sitting there with headphones on in front of a microphone. You'll see some people, and I come from the acting and modeling world, so I'm the guy that was always getting microphones clipped onto me, taped onto me, leads and wires running down my shirt, the back of my jacket, clipping the cordless unit on my belt in the back, trying to make it look inconspicuous. And there was always an audio person. And one of the things that I always heard was that if you're a filmmaker or a person who's making documentaries, now a lot of people will use volunteers or pay people with a copy of the video or the film. But one of the things that I heard a long time ago that you never ever skimp on is audio. Audio is the anchor for a video, even something as simple as this. So I'm going to show you a couple options. Everyone has their smartphone, most people I know, and your phones come with this, right? EarPods that have an inline microphone with them. You can see that. And I'm going to show you the difference between the sound you're hearing now and when I plug these in. So I'm going to put this in my ear. One of the problems with inline microphones for a guy that has a big beard, keep this in mind if you have a big beard, is that you could put this underneath the beard or put it over the top of the beard, or a lot of people just put it in one ear. But the problem is, whenever the microphone, which is right here, even rubs any hair or just comes in contact with it, what happens is in the final cut, in the final video, it sounds like somebody's crinkling aluminum foil. So it creates that sound because these are very sensitive microphones. So I'm going to plug this in and show you exactly what it's like. Stay tuned. Okay, so here I am with the headset, the EarPods that came with my Samsung Galaxy Note 5. If I'm listening to music or videos or anything, I would put the other EarPod in my left ear. But in order to keep the microphone close to my mouth, here it is, it's in line, and it's about, 8 inches down from my right ear. But a lot of times as this moves, as I turn my head, it gets caught in my beard. If I can keep it perfectly still, then the audio is pretty good. I like it. And it does have a tendency to kind of block out ambient sound. So let's try another one. Now I'm going to use a lapel mic that I got on eBay. Believe it or not, it cost me 69 cents. It's one of these Chinese things that was on the starting bid was like 1 penny. And there was like a bidding race. And the last person bid 50 cents. And I just said, I'm going to knock them out of the park. I'm just going to, clean this up. So I put 69 cents, highest bid. It's a lapel mic. It's not great quality, as you can imagine. One of the things I do like about it is it's a braided cord, so it's not one of those, and I've had it now for a while, for about a year. And it's not breaking off right here, like every other ear pod or microphone or charger. I kind of like the braided cords better. They just seem to be more durable. And I actually went to braided cords for my phone chargers as well, and they make all the difference. But it's got a little windscreen, foam windscreen on it, and a clip. It's a big clip. There's nothing little about this thing. And I'm going to plug this in just a minute. One of the things I don't like about it is this type of plug. And the reason why is if you're using a microphone like this with a cell phone to do video, if you have a case, now I have an OtterBox, if this is not lined up properly, it will not push in the phone all the way. So I have to kind of like pick it up and then push it in. Because the OtterBox itself, a lot of these units that you plug into your phone are meant for just a plain phone and not a phone that has 1/8 of an inch of plastic covering or around the holes. And the OtterBox is great for protecting the phone, but it's horrible when you have to plug anything in. So I have to make sure that I plug this in the right way, and I've made the mistake of doing an entire video and then replaying it back, and I have 0 audio. So let me plug this in and you'll see what that's like. Now here is the cheap lapel mic. Get a close-up view of it. Compared to my finger or thumb, it's about the size of my thumb. What I do is, for me, what works for me is I want it as close as possible to sound and not the ambient room sound. So literally there's times where I'll just hook it on my collar, like that. Now when I'm speaking directly into it, you can probably hear pretty well. The further you get away, the less you hear, the less you hear, the less you hear, the less you hear. Another possibility when you have a beard, and you're not a professional videographer or photographer, and you don't want to spend a lot of money, which I don't, because I'm doing just fine with my Galaxy Note, and it works for me, is to just clip it on the beard. It's still close to your mouth and throat, but you're not getting the rubbing. Now check this out, testing 1, 2, 3. You can hear it pretty good, and you're not hearing the scratching. You're not hearing that aluminum foil crinkling in your ears as a result of this. So I'll either put it on my beard or directly on my collar. Or lapel. One of the reasons why I don't do that as often is because now that the beard has gotten bigger, when I move my head and it brushes against the microphone, it makes a sound. So when I clip it directly to my beard, and I know this is probably against all audio advice, when you clip it directly to your beard, it's close to the sound that's coming out of your mouth and out of your throat, and it's not rubbing up against anything, and it moves as you move your head. So does that help? So there's a couple options, real cheap options. I'm also now looking into a pack of lapel mics by iRig, and it comes with 2 lapel mics, and it's for when you're doing interviews, so you can plug 2 microphones into 1 unit. And when I start doing the interviews, I think that's going to be a good option. But from what I understand, that costs about $80. So I want to see what that entails, or if there's any software that comes with it or anything like that. So, all right, so now you have some options. I hope that helps if you want to start your own YouTube channel. If you want to start monetizing things, I certainly can help you with that. Let me know if you need some help, and I wish you luck. Thanks a lot.